Good afternoon, and it's almost time for me to get out of here for the game. Tickets right here. Gotta throw on the jersey. So yeah, now there's a hockey game on the Rangers and I think Vegas, or is it I think it's Boston actually. I don't know. Florida won their game this afternoon. Laundry's done. Got done like it got done around 1 o'clock. So I throw on an episode of Cheers. I don't have to worry about that. It's good. By the time I get back, there's all the early games on Hockey Night in Canada should be done. There'll be one left. And the feature game tonight's Toronto at Edmonton. Ready for a Saturday game in Edmonton to start at 6 o'clock, but of course with Toronto time, Toronto and Edmonton. They want all the Toronto viewers to watch. Like I say, let them suck it up and stay up late if they're diehard fans. Am I right or am I right? Maybe it's just me. It's still snowing a bit out there. Took a little peek a little while ago. And let's see what else. I actually joined Blue Sky last night. Late to the party, but I don't know what else to add. So, oh yeah, I got my puzzles done. I already did my Flag of Mayotte. Tomorrow's Mexico. I didn't even realize I still had 9 different nations I started with them that I still have to do flags for. It's like, of course, one being Mexico, and they're just out of Moldova. I don't want to try to figure out who I'm missing because there could be a lot of dead air here. Dead air. Of course, if this air was dead, so would we, because we would want to be breathing it. Let's see, what else can I don't know. I don't know what to. I really don't know what to add. Other than that, we got tonight's Raiders game versus Wenatchee. First visit for Wenatchee since their move from Winnipeg. 2 seasons ago, they were the Ice, the Winnipeg Ice. And prior to the 23-24 season, they ended up moving to Wenatchee. And they named themselves the Wild. As I remember, the 22-23 season, going to the opener, Raiders were playing the Winnipeg Ice. I was like, well, that kind of counts as seeing. Well, yeah, but when they're in Winnipeg, I just want to see them when they're in Wenatchee. That way we got still the same franchise, I suppose. I don't know if the WHL keeps all the season-by-season records of where they've been. The Ice started in Edmonton. Failed miserably there. And then I think they moved I think it was Cranbrook, BC, becoming the Kootenay Ice. Then they moved to Winnipeg. And now they're in Wenatchee. Yeah, when they were in Kootenay, it was an odd division placement. They were basically with the Alberta teams. Like, would it make sense to put them in with the BC teams? No? I figure some placements you'd think would make sense. Kind of reminds me of back in the 20s when the NHL ended up expanding went from like 3 to 4 to 7 to 10. And they added the Bruins, the New York Americans, New York Rangers, Chicago Blackhawks, Detroit Red Wings. I think the Pittsburgh Pirates. Not to confuse them with the baseball team, but yeah, until I had the idea, okay, Canadian American. Okay. They're looking okay. US has 60. US has 6 teams, Canada has 4. You'd think, with Detroit right being on the border with Canada, you'd think they would have put Detroit in with the Canadian division. No, they decided, oh, let's put the New York Americans in. It's like, do they not know how to read a map? I mean, that was one of the most baffling decisions. And then the division alignment from the 70s from 74 to 79. Well, they went to 18 teams and they had 2 9-team conferences. It's like they split them up into divisions. And they just threw them in the blender. And whatever came out, yeah, okay, here's this division, here's this division, here's this division, here's this division. It's like, and then they kept at it right until the end of the 80-81 season. And that's when Rancho realized, okay, let's take a look at this. This isn't making any sense. We need to fix this. Like, let's use geography. Like, it sounds like a good idea, and they've basically stuck with geography since the start of the 81-82 season. Except for the 2021 season where they just like Canadian teams couldn't cross the border, just Canadian division, West, East, and that was at least there was hockey. But there was just that but. Anyways, I've rambled enough, so it's time to get ready to get out of here. And in the meantime, in between time, see you after the game.